So here's the deal. I've been riding this bike for the last couple of weeks, or the last 10 days. And I've been riding that bike for the last 5 years. And I did a switcheroo. Review bike, my bike, new tyres, 32mm. Ongoing review, focus Izalco Max, the new version. So, I've come to the world famous F1 Park just to get away from traffic and talk to you about this new setup on this review bike. Onto the goat track. It's been 9 kilometres to get to this point, and the whole time that I did those 9 kilometres I was thinking, wow, this is a lot better. So I think I'm sort of becoming the ambassador for tubeless tyres and 32mm rubber, because I think pretty much every review bike that I've had, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but if my memory serves, I've pretty much ridden it as supplied, and then I've gone through the motions on how it is spec'd, and then I switch it out to 32mm rubber and I say, wow, this is a lot better, a lot more comfortable, a lot more controllable, and better ride sensations, and the tyres fit. So pretty much every modern road bike, yeah, I think pretty much everyone since 2020 that's been launched has included sufficient clearance for 32mm tyres, even if they might say, they being the manufacturer of the bicycle, that it's sort of recommended to be less. When they say clearance, they're not talking about being able to squeeze a credit card through the gap. They're talking about wanting 4 to 5mm of clearance between tyre and frame or fork. It depends on the internal rim width, and the ones that I'm riding currently, which is a DT something or other, ERC 45 or something, they have an internal rim width of 22mm, and so according to Goodyear, the ideal pressure for my weight for these 32mm Eagle F1 Race tyres, and for the type of riding that I want to do, i.e. road in the drive, it's 52 psi on the front and 55.7 on the rear. So that's what I did, according to the numbers that were displayed on my Lezyne pump within the first 10 kilometres of the ride, which I've just now clicked over. Way better, much better, far better. Less feedback through the handlebars. Feels like more grip in the corners. These tyres have had a little bit of action already because they were on my personal bike, but the wear indicator was showing, yeah, you're right, Rob, go again, chuck them on a review bike and see how they go. Hopefully that showed you the vibration that was hitting the handlebars as I was pedaling along. In other words, there is a little bit of feedback through the front end, what I would call actually a pretty rigid front end, but it's nothing like what it was when I was riding with tubes, Vittoria Corsa tyres that were 28mm. So these tyres make a bike better, and it may not be the actual tyre per se, rather the size of it and the arrangement and the listening to the instruction component that I've managed. In other words, following the recommendations for pressure. All right, that's a full slow lap of this shithole that some people call, you know, cycling paradise, and I call an unrenovated, dilapidated, concrete-seamed goat track. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. Story of my ride. Familiar bike, or it's becoming familiar on account of this being about the 6th or 7th ride. And new tyres and great sensations, and way far grippier, much grippier, much more stable, much less feedback, and no loss of speed by my reckoning. Did I mention? Absolutely spectacular day. Absolutely spectacular. Guess what? Yeah, the tyres are settled in. The bike rider is happy. And I think the bike is also a little bit more at ease on account of not being shaken around so much. So life's good. Oh, there's the cliff. Like, I'm not that close. That's about the limit for me, but familiar spot and a familiar routine, but I haven't been here for a while, so just, you know, I thought I'd film it. This is what I do. Muffin today, choc chip. Terrific way to start the day. I spoke with the guys from Focus yesterday and I said, hey, how long have I got this bike? And they said, well, we've only got 2 in the country and that's the only Dura-Race version. So, you know, don't get used to it, Rob, because it's got to come back shortly. And I said,